Hello, beautiful budgeters. I hope you are doing well. I hope you're watching this video because you enjoy cash stuffing or want to learn more about cash stuffing or enjoy following people on their journeys. And if you are new, I hope that you will consider subscribing. I plan to do a giveaway when I reach 300 subscribers of some amazing budgeting items I've collected over the years to either help somebody get started on their journey or continue on their journey. And if you are new, I am Deidre. I'm in my mid to late 30s. I work full-time in healthcare in Canada, as you will see from our wonderful colorful money. And if you are returning, thank you so much for being here. So yes, I am going to be doing a cash stuffing today of my second paycheck in September, which is technically my last. I'm a bi-weekly budgeter as I'm paid bi-weekly. I do not cash stuff anything related to bills. Those either get paid out of my checking account or the money comes out automatically for certain things. And I also shuffle some money around to go towards my retirement, as well as I do some online transfers to some accounts. You'll see some placeholders for that. So yes, let's get into it. I hope everybody is doing well. I don't know if this is going to be very chaotic or not. It's just been one of those weeks so far. So I hope you're doing well. We will count the money first and then we will get into it. So I actually have two placeholders worth $50 each, and that is because it's an online transfer. We'll get to it when we get to it. And 50 always throw me off, so I'm just going to set that there for now. I don't know if that happens to anybody else. But let's get into it. 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 60, 70, 80, 92, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 3, and 50. So 350 is correct, and $100 worth of placeholders. So let's start out with the categories I typically always stuff and I always budget money for is in this binder. And if you are new and you are wondering what I'm using, I always link it down below. I do not create my own items. I am not that creative. I love to support a bunch of people in the budgeting space, and their Etsy's are always linked down below. So we are doing a hair appointment, which is coming up actually. And so this will go down. It will have some money withdrawn from it because yes, I have to pay for my appointment, and it is getting $15 today in a 10 and a 5, and so that should be 105. My hair appointment cost me $75, and that includes tax and tips. So we have 20, 40, 60, 70, 80, 90, 95, 105. So that is correct. And I just have my cheat sheet off to my side so I know that I'm putting the right amounts in the right places and the right denominations. Next up is my nails, and I do get my nails done every about between 4 and 6 weeks. It kind of varies. And my appointment cost me $30, and that includes tax and tip, and I pay cash for both of these as it's just easier for both my esthetician and my hairdresser. So this will actually go down because I do have an appointment at the end of the month, but this money, because it only cost me $30 per appointment, I technically have 2 appointments in here. I always like to keep a little extra. My hair appointment cost me $75, and I do like to kind of always have like a little extra and basically be ready to pay for the next appointment. My hair is done every about 9 to 11 weeks or so. I just get my roots done a little bit, and I get my bangs trimmed. I do sort of trim my own bangs slightly if they're getting to the point where I'm like, okay, these need to be, but I always go very, very minimal on that because we've all seen those photos, or we've all been experienced where somebody cut bangs and they were way too short. I don't trust myself that much. So we have in nails, we have 10, 20, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, and 60. So that is correct. And if I ever need to make change, I know where lots of 5s and 10s are. So in beauty, I actually, it was my birthday at the end of August, and my sister and my brother-in-law were super nice enough to give me a gift card to Sephora. I haven't used it yet. I have been eyeing a few things. So yeah, we're probably going to use that for that. But we are putting 10 into beauty today. And this is more for beauty items like my skincare, hair care. If I need to buy something fairly inexpensive, I'd use drugstore mascara, drugstore eyeliner, drugstore lip gloss. Things like that will sometimes come out of my spending money. This is more for my skincare, my hair care. I don't buy all of my skincare from Sephora. I buy some of it from the shopping channel. But yes, this is kind of where that money comes from. So we have 10, 20 plus a gift card, but we're not obviously counting that today. But it's always nice when you get a gift card for somewhere where you know you're actually going to use it. So next up we have clothes, which is I don't have any plans to buy any clothes anytime soon. I was kind of spending a lot of money on clothes kind of over the summer while I was off recovering from my surgery. Some of it wasn't actually that bad in terms of buying like soft bras, because where I had surgery was in my chest area. So having those soft material was quite nice, but I did kind of spend a lot of money on clothes, so I've definitely tried to rein it back. And I used some money out of here, but I was actually using money I had earmarked for other goals, so you won't see it. But yeah, I essentially kind of took from myself, but yeah, we've stopped it now, so it's getting $10 and it will get built back up and kind of spent when needed. So next up is technology, and technology gets money quite regularly. I haven't decided if I'm buying a iPad or if I'm just going to continue saving up for a laptop for when my laptop inevitably will probably be unrecoverable. They just don't make laptops the way they used to. I've had like, I think 2 just completely die on me. Like there's no saving them. So, and the one happened while I was in post-secondary. I went back to school a couple years ago. So I absolutely needed my laptop because all of my work was done on laptop. I did it online in my own time. So yeah, we're just adding to this. I already have my phone situation sorted out, hopefully for the next few years, knock on wood. So I think it's just a category that's going to kind of always need money, and that's kind of my plan, is just kind of consistently put money in here because technology stuff isn't cheap. So we have $250 in the bank and 10, so $260 in here. So that's good. It's building up. Definitely cannot complain. So pets, this is for a future pet. I plan to purchase a different place in probably a year or 2, and I want to get a dog. So that is what this is for, and I'm actually putting $50 in here today. And so that's the goal. So just saving up for it because I know pets are not inexpensive, and just all their care and all of that. So I have a tracker here that I'm also going to fill out. So I have $350 in here, and each icon is worth 20. So we can do 17. So we have 2, 4, 5, 10, 15. I'll just use this pen that I have here. So 17. So that's great. So it is getting that nice 50. So I do have 300 in the bank and now 50. If something absolutely happened and I absolutely needed some money, I would pull it from here, because obviously I'm not pulling it from an actual pet. It's just a future goal. Next up is, I'm going to come back to home, but I'm going to put money into giving, as I do believe it's important to give. And I did make a donation. One of our local animal rescues had a bunch of emergency pet things that they do a lot of rescues and whatnot, and so I did donate to that. So we are putting 10 in there today, and it got 10, 20, 30 in giving. And I usually like to make a donation when it's more than $20. I just feel like that's, yeah. And I've made this this is basically like something I'm always saving for. So I'm going back to home because this is for a new home, so a future home. That is the goal. And actually, no, I'm not putting anything in there. So sorry. I thought I was, but no, I'm not. But it does have $300 in there. So, right, I've kind of stopped that for a little bit here. So we are going to do emergency, which is super exciting because we're always adding money. So we are putting in $50 online, but because I have $100 in placeholders, I'm just going to swap it out for $100. So, and we are going to color this in if I can find my Sharpie. So we are, each icon is $10. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And this amazing tracker I got from Iris Budget, she makes these, they're A5, they can fit into a binder. I don't have an A5 right now, but I really wanted one. So I've just kind of set it in the back here. And so yeah, the goal is 1,000, but I already have $1,000 in the bank plus another 100 from that deposit. So I have 1,100 in my emergency, and I treat this like a bill and have this entire year. And that's the goal, is to just continuously be putting money in every single paycheck, treat it like a bill. Obviously my next goal will be to get to 2,000, but so far I cannot complain. Let me just double check. 2, 4, 6. Yes, I just wanted to make sure I had 10 colored in. So that's super exciting. I'm quite happy with that. And then where the other placeholder is going is into my month ahead, which is really, I'm treating it like a bill too, but my goal is to get 1 month ahead in my bill. Actually, 1 month this year, and then I'm going to start on doing a second month in the categories next year. And what my goal with this money is that when I move, I want to purchase a new place and then sell my current condo. So my goal is to basically use the money here instead of having to use the money from paycheck just to pay some basically bills that I'm still going to have to pay. So yeah, we're working on mortgage because we fully funded a whole bunch of categories already, and it is getting 50. So that's awesome. It has 350 in the bank. So we are, the goal for mortgage is 610. So we have 350 and each icon is 30/50. So we have 11. So we have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11. Okay, that is great. I'm so happy. We are basically more than halfway with mortgage. So if all things go to plan, this will be fully funded before the end of the year. And I believe I will have my buffer, which is sort of a new one that I'm wanting to save for. That one should be filled, and potentially maybe cell phone finish, so then I can start again. So that is super exciting. I'm so happy with that. I'm super glad I'm treating that like basically it's a bill, it's a non-negotiable. And I'm just going to make sure I have everything done that I'm supposed to. I believe so. And so we are going to we're going to pull out our grocery money, our spending money, and our eating out money. And this is for 2 weeks. I am single, so and I do cook. But I will eat like the same thing for lunch like all week, and I'll eat the same thing for supper most of the week. I kind of eat simply. I'm not on any special diet or anything like that, and I do tend to buy meat when it's either in a value pack or on a really good sale. So I did up my grocery budget after I became debt free at the end of April. Yeah, so if I don't need the money, I actually roll this over. I do not pull it back in, because then there might be times where I'm, say, gone to Costco with my mom or my dad, and I'm just getting a little bit more. So groceries, we have 4 20s, a 10, and 2 5s, and we are going to do some challenges with this money. So that's grocery money. My eating out money is a 20, 2 10s, and 2 5s. And if you have actually made it to this point in the video, I would love it if you would leave me a dice emoji, just so I know you've made it this far. And for spending money, we have 3, yeah, and that. Okay, so we have $100 for groceries, $50 for eating out, and I don't tend to eat out a whole lot. And if I do right now, I've actually got a whole bunch of coupons in the mail for a bunch of different fast food places, so most likely I would do that. But I was also given a gift card just before I went on surgery from one of my good friends, so if I wanted to go to one of the restaurants that gift card covers, I could use that. And then my spending money, I am a spender by nature, so I allow myself the money to spend. Doesn't mean I have to spend it, but I do give myself that money to spend it. And next year it might become less, but I was on a debt payoff journey for actually it was more than 5 years. Not all of it documented on here, but I definitely gave myself less spending money. And there were times on that payoff journey that I kind of really felt the urge to spend and spent money more than I probably should have. I did not add any debt during my entire process in paying off my debt, but yeah, I am a spender by nature, so I don't get as much joy out of saving as I do spending. And if you can relate, I would love to know. So we are going to do a couple of different games, and then we're going to put that money into a special binder. And so yeah, we're going to use this, which is from Bella at Saving Made Simple. She does a whole bunch of these different hit or miss. They are so amazing. I highly recommend you go checking her out. So what I will do is I will scratch, and if I have seen the 90s TV show, I will save $5, and if I have not, I will save 10. So there's only 4, but we'll see, and we'll roll. And this is for my eating out and my spending money. So we're gonna go with number 6, and I don't have a fancy scratcher, so I just use a quarter. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, let's see if we've seen it. Frasier. Yes, I definitely have. I can't say I've seen the entire series, but I have definitely seen many an episode. So, anybody else quite enjoy, actually, Kelsey Grammer as Sideshow Bob in The Simpsons? He's a fantastic character when they bring him in. So, and we're going to roll again. So number 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. House of Cards. Oh, I thought that was a 2010 show, but maybe there's something maybe there's a House of Cards in the 90s that existed. I didn't even know that. I have definitely never seen that. If it is the 2010 show that was on Netflix, I've never seen it. So if you have, I'd definitely love to know down below. So I will save 10 for that, and I will actually just take that out of my eating out money, because like I said, I do have a gift card if I did want to use it. And I'm going to actually just swap out the 2 5s in my spending money for the 10, and so we're going to be putting $15. So we have 20s, 30, 40 for eating out. This goes into my wallet. It's just going to go off to the side. And my spending, I have 20, 40, 60, 75, and that again going off to the side. This money is getting set for half a second here. So we are actually going to do, I actually have some extra money to put into here. Give me a second. I'll get to that in a moment. So I am saving up $500. Actually, I'm going to be saving in this binder twice. This binder is from Iris Budgets. It is beautiful. I've actually had it for a few years now, and I did complete it once way back when. Because I am going to need surgery again on the other side, I will be on disability when that occurs. And it is about 2/3 of what I normally bring home, and I've worked out a bit of a budget, and obviously when that time comes, I won't be stuffing as much into savings challenges and sinking funds. I'll be covering my bills, and so in case I need basically a buffer to cover all of that, I was off 3 months this time. I can easily be off 3 months or longer. I will need about $1,000, potentially to $1,500. I am kind of lowballing what I'm obviously going to potentially bring home just to be on the safe side. So I want to have that money that I can draw on, and if I don't need to use it or I don't need to use it all, well, then I've saved the money and it can go somewhere else. So that money that I took from eating out and spending is going to go into this binder, but with grocery money, what I am doing is I am using this challenge from Jen at Budgets and Dreams. It's called Roll It Light. Technically, you would save 50. I'm doing this kind of like what Iris Budget does, except she times each one by 10. I'm just timesing it by 5, and then that money will go into this binder as well. So 4. So it is going to, I'm just going to grab a pen. I was using sort of a pink one. So 5 times 4 is 20. That's okay. I actually don't need a whole bunch for groceries anyways. I do need some fresh stuff coming up, but yeah, I don't need a whole lot. So that is that. And so I'm just going to set that behind. But with the money we are adding from the challenges, we are adding 20, 35. So we are going to cross off 7 icons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, we are almost done. Another round of 50, and then we will redistribute that money. So just going to set that there. So that is great. I'm quite happy with that. And so for groceries, we have 20, 40, 60, 70, 75, and 80, which is not bad, not bad. And I did have some money from a Poshmark sale. So I am putting $25 into here. I did actually fill this up quite a bit. I was given some money from my family for my birthday, so I didn't do it on camera. I do apologize. It was just easier to figure it all out, not on camera. But we are putting $25 into here today. And so I'm going to put this 20 into a 20. And I'm going to cross off a 20, and I'm going to find a 5 because it's near the beginning. So I'm hoping to have this done at least once before the end of the year. That was kind of my goal. If I could get it done and start it again, that would be even better, because the faster I save that money, just the less worry. I have no idea when I'm having surgery. So I'm hoping it won't be at least until the summer of next year, minimum. But you're kind of at the mercy of basically the doctor's schedule, the OR schedule, all of that good stuff. So yeah, that is done. That is all the money that it's stuffed. It's all gone there. I do appreciate you being here. If you're not subscribed, again, please consider subscribing, as I really want to do a giveaway at 300 subscribers. And I'm about 23 people off while I'm filming this video. So yes, if we could get it out there, I would just love to pass along some amazing things to the winner. And I will catch you on the next one. Bye, everybody.